everybody. Welcome to a Thursday episode of Weather-Weenies. Ryan, Breton and Alan Holt back with you. And for some of us, actually not a bad day, kind of like a little passing shower or two, but we managed a fair amount of sunshine for a while in southern Maine. The rest of the state, not quite so much.
Sun exceeded my expectations on the day. Definitely busted our high temperature forecast.
Nobody complaining.
I don't think so.
And it's not everywhere, just the southwestern corner, really. But also, it didn't get quite as cool overnight. I think the cool air kind of lagged in. I think our low was in the mid to upper 50s.
And leaving work last night, it was mild, like 60s for sure. And there was a hint of humidity out there.
Oh, interesting.
Night. Like it wasn't like, oh, this is gross, but you could feel that there was a little more moisture.
I didn't feel it. I left the windows open.
Oh, I definitely had. It wasn't like it was whenever we were talking about 60 plus degree dew points. But just a hint, enough to keep temps up is what I'm trying to.
And we did have one little thunderstorm that developed around about 11 this morning. It came out of Lewiston, right there.
Yep.
Right on the mid-coast. And it did produce a little small hail. We got a video of that. Thanks to Bruce. He was like right where, I haven't seen anything else. He must have just been right in the spot.
Yeah, it's really small, like pea-sized, it looks like. That's straight hail, though. It looks like, I mean, there's rain in there, too, but that's some pretty steady pea-sized hail.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It was pouring down. And we talked about this, I think, here yesterday. A lot of times in the early summer, we can get small little hail from these pop-up downpours like this. And Sunday may be another day where that happens in spots.
I feel like Sunday is more probable just because of how much colder it will be above us.
And we should have a sunny morning again.
There you go. Yeah, that's really, the sun coming out. I mean, I took the family to the driving range because I was like, let's just go.
Yeah.
It's too nice to not get a little action in. And we did get sprinkled on. So it wasn't just like
there was
issue
enough
whatsoever.
instability to get a couple little downpours going.
Yeah, and that's what we thought. That's what we thought would happen. I just think the sun coming out and getting us into the 70s. I don't even know what the highs on the map show.
I don't know what it was in between the showers.
There you go.
It was like a minute of 70 because by 1 o'clock Portland was already it was down to 66.
Okay, yeah. There was also a wind shift, and it was like a cooler wind. It may have been just a little outflow from some of the rain that was around.
Yeah, these are the 330 temperatures.
So, there's not like a significant air mass change.
Northern Maine, a chilly day.
Yes.
That's crazy up there.
Yeah.
40. Only be like 50.
Man. Sorry, Caribou.
Yeah, and now we are in the time of year where Bangor's average high is higher than Portland by just a degree. But that's a signal of the sea breeze-ish issues we can have this time of the year.
Man.
That was interesting.
Happy Spurs Day.
Yeah. Coming up, we've got something even more interesting.
Spurs are playing tonight. That's why I said happy Spurs Day.
There you go.
I'm a big Spurs. I know no one here is.
Yeah, I'm not. I watch the Celtics when they're in it.
Okay.
But
I mean, I'll root for the Celtics.
Yeah, I'm just not a big NBA guy. But I'll jump on the bandwagon in about mid-March. Because then football's gone.
Okay.
I need my sports fix.
Yeah.
I can't watch the Bruins because I don't get Nesson until they're in the playoffs. But obviously that didn't last too long.
The Spurs. This series has been really good.
Well, my brother watches it. He's always texting me.
Okay, he likes it.
Oh yeah.
What does he think about the flopping or not?
I'll have to find out.
Ask him.
I usually just get a score update. Or
I'm curious.
I was watching the Hurricanes too. I was watching the Hurricanes this week, Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to weather. Sorry, Keith and I used to do this all the time during football season.
I mean, that's fine.
I would have to catch him up on what happened.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
You'll probably have to do that with me too.
Exactly. So you're just doing the opposite.
I'll be like basketball, golf, maybe some baseball.
Is that on NBC? Is the game on NBC, the Spurs?
Yeah. Tonight.
Oh, cool.
That's why I mention it.
This is like our first season we've had basketball.
Yeah, like the John Tesh music is back and...
Yeah.
That's NBA on NBC. Oh man, bring back the mid-90s.
Yeah.
Oh, that was.
Well, now we're going back to the old days because a lot of sports are coming back to regular TV.
I love it.
We have the MLB that's going to pick up after the NBA, and I think I saw some stat that 48 of 52 Sunday nights on NBC they're sports now. because there just isn't much other
And
programming.
it's unpredictable if you believe that the leagues are not rigged. That was a shot at the flopping. Anyway, and it's like it's not on demand,
right?
And I like that. Right. I like that you have to carve out some time to see it real time as it's happening. Like that's how. I'm assuming you had that growing up, or you had this on-demand
I still
culture.
remember the Seinfeld era.
Yeah,
the American Idol era.
Yeah,
like it was live. It wasn't streamed.
TGIF, that like lineup with Boy Meets World. I don't even know what channel it was on, but I lived for that as a kid. Like, just loved it. Yeah. Anyway, TGIF.
Yeah, TGIF tomorrow, and we got this little funky system that's got its origins way up near the Arctic Circle, really. And there isn't, granted, we don't really have a radar coverage up there, but you don't see much with it, and it really just develops overnight into tomorrow and swings into New England.
Something I was noticing while it was up there, it didn't really have a lot of like fronts around it.
Right.
It's like there's spin. It's not yet giving gradients, like where you can define a cold.
Well, when I was drawing this, I was trying to do it from the surface pressure, and
there's not any.
I cheated it for TV.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to do that.
Yeah, but that's to your point.
Really anything yet?
Yeah. There's not like a lot of air mass collision up there, but it does start happening about the time it gets over the St. Lawrence River Valley.
And what you can tell from this is not a statewide event for us. It really is southern, western Maine, New Hampshire, beginning tomorrow during the afternoon from north to south. Like if you're in Rangeley, you get it first, and in Portland, it'll be more toward evening. And then as this whips up, there'll be a pretty good period of wind at the coast, the south coast.
I think the coast, the southern Maine coast, is going to get some.
I do have that in here.
Some whip on the winds.
It's kind of during the night, so people may not notice it a whole lot.
I think the most intense time for Maine will be pre-dawn Saturday morning.
Yeah, definitely.
That's when the highest winds will be.
And you can see that here, like 2 a.m., 3, 4, 5.
As the sun comes up, winds start to edge down. I mean, it's going to be raw. Like, it's going to be...
And then even like midday, it's still breezy, and then later in the day...
With 50s, no less.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
This model may be a touch too quick. There could be some showers in the morning. It's nothing of significance, but also maybe some breaks of sun. And then here comes the rain. It may be a touch fast, but the idea is correct that if you've got Friday evening plans in southern and western Maine, it's going to be a soaker.
Yeah, it's not looking great.
And as we've been talking about, too, as this thing goes by, the air aloft is going to keep getting chillier, so there will likely be snow, at least in the presidential range in New Hampshire and the White Mountains, and maybe some of the western Maine mountains, too. Kind of just depends on how much precip is up there. Early Saturday. 2,000,
2,500 feet.
Yeah,
that's about what we're thinking. That's where the freezing air is.
And I was getting a little hate on Facebook for posting about it.
Really?
But the reason I post about it, and the reason, frankly, we even mention it, it's not where people live. It's at this time of the year, there are a lot of people who go hiking, and we always have circumstances where we hear of people who go hiking and just aren't prepared for the weather. We've had deaths. There was one, sadly, on Katahdin not long ago. This is not a Katahdin issue. Still, though, the higher summits, temperatures up there are going to be very cold on Saturday. But the precipitation in New Hampshire and western Maine could be in the form of snow.
And the fact of the matter is that there will likely be some snowflakes at the summits of some of these peaks.
Yeah.
Or is that summits of peaks? Is that valid?
That's a good point.
That's the Department of Redundancy Department.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
And they're probably like, the higher up you get, like there are a lot of 4,000 plus foot mountains in New Hampshire. There aren't that many in western Maine. Like Sugarloaf is, there are a couple around there. But in New Hampshire, there are a lot of 4,000 footers, and all of those 4,000 footers probably have several inches at the top. So
that's not hype. It is what
reality.
It is. Yeah.
But if you aren't going to the mountains, it's not a problem for you. And this model may again be a little quick bringing the rain out. I'd keep the chance in for southern Maine through about noon.
40s at noon. Oh my goodness.
And then late days a little better. I mean, you got to set the expectations low, but maybe like 55 to 58 late afternoon.
I think yesterday I said we're not in the puffy jacket range, but we're definitely bringing sweaters out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no winter puff.
No.
No.
But if you do have like an afternoon plan that's outside, you probably can get away with it Saturday. I know we're running out of time. We'll quickly mention that on Sunday, there are likely to be some afternoon showers. This model's a little quick bringing them in, but if we have morning sun on Sunday, again, like today, could be a spot of some hail in places.
All right, yeah. Could be worse.
We'll quickly mention, I know we're running out of time, the Tuesday through Thursday outlook here is still kind of a mess on the models. I leaned away from the GFS, which would keep us raining at times through Wednesday and kind of breaks it off on Thursday.
I thought we decided we're just going to leave it at the weekend and then.
That's what we're going to do on TV.
Okay, all right.
I know. More here.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, we got enough to talk about between now and Monday anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, thanks for watching. weather-weenies at newscentermaine.com. And if you got any hail today, send a picture along. See ya.